January 25th, it goes down again, our second annual car show and cruise. We'll be arriving at the shop, that's our meetup spot, at 12 p.m. We'll be leaving from here at 1 p.m. The cruise will be about an hour. We'll be back at the shop for the car show at 2 to 5. Remember, as you know, this is a cruise. No racing, no burnouts. Respect the spot, respect the cruise. When we get back here, we'll have Taco Loco over here serving food. We'll have a jumper for the kids. We'll have Blasto over here selling some merchandise. DJ Red on the ones and twos, and a bunch of other vendors, all right? This is a family-oriented event. With that being said, we were gonna cancel the event originally because of what's going on out here with the fires and to pay respect to the people that lost their homes. But instead, what we like to do, after seeing what Sean from Autotopia did, we're gonna help. So basically, we're gonna take donations at the car show, but now that we've heard from all the other spots that they're full with water and food and clothing, we're gonna do the same thing that they did, and we'll be taking donations as far as gift cards. So everybody that pulls up, even if you're just coming for the show, if you could bring a gift card, we will have a box here designated for the gift cards. We'll be distributing them to all the local spots that are in need. All right, gotta get back to the community. Appreciate y'all. What's up, y'all? Back at it again with an update on Project 58 Impala, aka Fuck Cancer. All the glass is in, all new glass, all the stainless and chrome around the windows is all done. We are now focusing on the back half of the vehicle, which is the trunk setup. And we had done all the interior panels. That had to be at least 4 years ago when we were on the project before we kind of found out about all the rust. So as you can see, we have, this car is on airbags. So we have a dual tank setup, 4 compressors, which pretty much is how it's gonna lay out. And then basically in the back section under the rear deck is where the valves were going, the amps, and then the box. So for the sub box, originally it was gonna face out this way towards the trunk. So basically we're changing it now because I wanna keep it real tight and I don't want no trunk rattle. So we're gonna end up porting the box into the cab through the rear seat. Basically at the top of the rear seat, there's this little panel. So we're gonna pretty much knock all this out. Put some perforated mesh with like a larger opening. And that's where the sub will port through. Now to the inside. I'm not sure if we talked about this last time, but basically all the panels over here, we kind of color match to the white or off-white accent instead of having the normal like aluminum kind of spotted finish. The Dakota digital gauges are in. The custom auto sound radio's in. The switch panel for the bags right down there. The gauges for the bags, we made a custom glove box insert, and we got the gauges right there. Clocks over there on the side. As you can see, if I close this, the vintage era unit underneath. So basically from the front to the back, the car is wired. Last thing we have here right now is we went ahead and got some new aluminum pedals. The gas pedal, obviously, linkage where it comes through the floor. It hits the exhaust manifold, it hits the header right now. So we're waiting for a bracket to come in. After that, this thing's pretty much ready to go. Poncho just went ahead and finished plumbing it. So the fuel tank from all the way from the back to the motor is plumbed. So we're ready to start this thing. So we'll go under the hood, get you a little update on that. The model went ahead and knocked out the rest of the serpentine system. We got all the pulleys aligned and got the belt on. And now Matt is pretty much fine tuning all the stuff on the motor. We got the fuel rails on. We put a nice fuel gauge on the back side of the rail, which we had to modify. We did a custom shroud for this Dural fan. Now we're doing all of the coolant piping and then the intake. After that, pretty much the engine bay is done. If you come over to this front side, yes, we are gonna end up painting this, but the condenser was done. We made some custom caps and bracketry for it. The trinary switch for the AC is done. All the AC is done in hard lines going through the firewall. And then if you come and peek right up here, we did hard lines for the coolant overflow. This is a custom coolant overflow tank that we did as well. And then we mirror imaged the cylinder style reservoir for the power steering on the driver's side. We gotta run some hoses for that. That's done, I would say, tomorrow. We still need to do the exhaust system as well. We have all the components for it. Car's making a good lead, I'm gonna say. Let me knock on some wood right now. First startup actually went fairly smooth. plumbed, wired. Go ahead, Pancho. Battery there? Shook. I wasn't ready.
Hey, so whatever happened with this being a finished up by Christmas?
It is Christmas 2025.
Oh, okay.
I never said what year. Nah, don't worry about it. Shit happens, just like it always does. What happened? I don't know. Life, delays with fucking the glass, delays with parts we need for the fuel sending unit, a bunch of fittings that we needed to complete the fuel lines. Now all we got to do is just the intake, exhaust, brakes, dynamite the whole interior. So the delay doesn't necessarily mean that we missed our target date, but we ended up changing things
and missed the target date
for your visual pleasure, and we extended the target date. Customer was not mad when I told him we're doing this, and this to extend the target date. See how you got to do that? Like if you miss a target date, you better level up. That's how it works.
It was last year in December.
You bringing up old shit.
Last year in December, he was like, "Hey, this is gonna be a roller by January." What? And then there it is.
It is a roller.
Yeah.
You see, the problem is you just get my years wrong. Like when I said January for that one, I meant 2025.
Right.
When I said January for this one, I meant 26. So we're ahead of date right now.
I'm sure the government's stoked on your taxes, huh?
Yeah, no, 100%. Big homie Chris's 59 Impala, which went ahead and installed a blueprint 383 stroker, which he supplied to us. Got it running, and we had some issues with the sniper, which that pretty much was rectified today. Pancho and Mondo went ahead and dialed everything in, and now we got the car where it starts right up. Now the next phase is to dial in the coolant, make sure the fans turn on, make sure we have the correct AFR reading, and then put some braking miles on it before it goes to the dyno on Monday. After that, head it to the Super Show, all right? Now we got it dialed in to where at least we can get some test miles on it. So I'm gonna get it up to operating temp, check the coolant temperature, air fuel ratio, make sure everything's dialed in. Look at that shit. Driving itself. Alright, so as you can see, the 55 Bel Air frame is all broken down. We went ahead and straightened out the front clip, flipped it over, as you can't see right now. Plated the whole belly because it was kind of rotted out and it had low and high spots from previous jack points throughout the years. So we straightened all that out, plated it. This frame was extremely rusted out, but we kind of already started the job, so there's no reason for him to swap the frame out for anything else. We did a bunch of rust repair. It's going out to get sandblasted right now, powder coated, then come back to us for full assembly. All right, let's go.
Took the stoppers off of that shit, so that way you can. That shit's tapping frame now. Look.
Just spray paint. Don't forget to spray paint this shit. No. Yeah, because it's bare metal. Right, so for my son, a little Christmas present. So basically my daughter had this when she was younger. Burned the pedal out. So for Christmas, I had the guys modify and fix the pedal. Obviously, you know, did a little SS colors, customized it. Got a little nice little seat that I had the homie upholster. And got his little, his nickname Q in it.
Stock motor?
Huh?
Stock motor?
Nah, we don't stock nothing here. Yeah, it's bored over 30. We put a little cam in it, about 100 shot. Nitrous will be good. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I wouldn't let him roll around in the campground in that one.
7. No, but you just turn the speed down.
It's gonna end up under motorhome.
Put it in low speed.
Yeah.
got Nando's Monte Carlo in for finally some love. So basically we're gonna do stage 2 cam, high ram intake manifold, 103 throttle body, bigger injectors. We're gonna finally build a custom intake, radiator mount, 480 transmission, TCI 2800 stall torque converter, and I know I'm missing something else, but it's about time we finally clean this thing up. We're also gonna do a refinish on the wheels. Now this is hopefully at least be able to get it to where it's drivable state for the cruise as well. All right. That gives us basically 2 weeks to get all this done. So the head's got to get sent out as well. This is just a stock 5.3 truck motor with a truck intake manifold, literally just bone stock with long tube headers and an exhaust and this custom intake. Now we're gonna flip it and do it the SS way and get him right. Obviously I know there'll be a few little things we have to address. Transmission cross member, hopefully the exhaust works, but you know how that goes. Once you start something, nothing works. Being that this is Nando's car and he's the one that does all the G bodies, he's gonna have to do some clean wheel wells for this, and then Poncho's gonna have to clean up all the wiring so that it is presentable and how it should be. Yeah, let's see what happens.